Ciao, guys. Real quick before we start the video and before we really get into the news of everything about Juventus, I just wanted to take a moment to just address really everybody that's in part of the Bianconeri Zone subscriber base. Anybody who watches this video, I want to let you guys know, just keep you updated, that unfortunately, due to circumstances, current events that are going on around the world, we have a large demographic in our base. When I say large, I mean a very diverse base all over the world. And just given current circumstances, and of events that are happening, we felt that it would be a little bit insensitive to really have a live today during a very difficult time for many people, that potentially spread into our viewership and also potentially into the Juventus fanhood as well. So we thought maybe it'd be a little bit insensitive to try to celebrate and give away this jersey as we had planned today, as we were going to do during the 10:45 Juve time live stream that we usually do. Due to this, we are going to postpone it for now. It'll be very soon, though. We're going to be giving that away. We're excited to be able to give back to you guys for the support that you give the channel, and also just to it just makes us happy to be able to give back to our fan base, the Juventus fan base that are Bianconeri Zone members and subscribers and all of that. But we just want to make sure we do it at a time that we deem appropriate, and just a time when I think we can really give it the attention it deserves and hopefully celebrate it in the way that it means to. So we'll have that information. Make sure you stay tuned to the Bianconeri Zone Twitter account, but we'll hopefully be able to do this giveaway for you guys very, very soon. Now back to the video. What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Today, we, of course, have more and more updates for you guys regarding the makeup of this team. We're talking about for this season. We're talking about next season. We got injuries to deal with. And then, of course, we've got more and more concrete information that seems to come out when it comes to Juventus' strategy as it pertains to the summer mercado. Stick with us. We'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today, it's Thursday, February 24th, 2022, and of course, I've got your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news that you care about when it comes to the players, the team, the makeup. Are we going to win a game again? We'll talk about all that, of course. Just make sure, before you do anything, though, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Now, let's just dive into it and what we have for today. All right. Very first up here, we're talking about Rabiot. Of course, we got to talk about Rabiot, right? He's been a sore spot, a bit frustration for Juventus fans as of here lately. Maybe really you could say for the last couple years. Calcio Mercato comes in and reports that the €7 million wage has always been a big obstacle when it comes to selling Rabiot. For that reason, he is not considered a player on the move currently. But if the right offer should arrive in the summer, the club would be ready to accept it. I think that's fair. I think it's understandable that what has been Juventus' biggest problem in the past, it's been player in their wages overall. Rabiot, he's not as been on the level of Ramsey or players like that, but he's been a thorn in maybe some Juventus' fan sides here recently, just given poor pace of play, poor return on investment overall when you're paying that kind of price. What I would look at, though, is it seems right now it's just more of like a letting down easily, guys. As good as this last Mercado has been, and we'll see what happens, but as good as the January Mercado was, can it be the same for Juventus just to try to move Rabiot in the summer? I don't know how likely it seems. To me, if anything's possible, let it happen. The reason I say that is it'd be different if he were just a reserve player. I understand with that kind of money, I guess you feel like you need to play him more. But I'm sorry, guys, they're getting paid less. You have much better players. I don't care. I don't care about the wage, personally. Right now, he makes more and he's worth less. Not worthless, but worth less. It's getting close though. Anyway, so we'll see what happens if anybody actually is intrigued by Rabiot. Of course, we've had Premier League rumors, Man United, all that. I'm doubtful that'll happen, but we'll see if anything develops. To me, that's the biggest spot that Juventus really should try to push for a move. I know Alexandro could fall into that list as well, but really you need to make sure you find the proper replacement for him as well. Rabiot is a little bit less. I say he's less important to the plan, but at the same time, for some reason, Allegri keeps using him. Right? All right. Let's continue on, though. Then we got to talk about Tutto Sport says Juventus are wanting to go big in the summer. And by that, Juventus are dreaming big for the summer mercado. The management is working on 2 players, Zaniolo and Pogba. Zaniolo is not only the first name on the list, but also the most concrete one. The feeling is that Roma could sell him in the summer for around 40 million euros. This isn't going to be controversial, right? Anyway, it's funny just because if we were to look at it, if we were to go back in time, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, a mercado and a half ago, or I guess it'd be a couple because I forget about the January ones, even though we had a huge January one. An additional summer mercado, not last one, but the one before. I don't know why I keep doing this. Anyway, this would have been like the dream signing, right? I remember that back in the following the 2019-2020 season, I would have been so enthralled with the idea of bringing Pogba in and Zaniolo. I'm still excited about the potential of bringing both of them in. But is it fair to say that it's maybe lost a little bit of the luster that it would have had a year and a half ago, 2 seasons ago, the likes of Zaniolo and Pogba coming to Juventus? Obviously, those numbers would have been much more inflated for those players because of contract situations, also because of performance. Pogba could get done. We'll see what figures, though. We know it's not going to be cheap because he's coming off for free, but you got to get him paid. And then Zaniolo, if for some reason Roma don't want to renew him, 40 million euros. My opinion. I love Zaniolo. He's one of those players that I am an unabashed fan of. I would love to have him in a Juventus shirt, but the main issue is, of course, his injuries. And we've seen it become an issue here lately for Juventus, and I can understand the fans who, again, I'm repeating myself. I don't want to repeat these videos too often because we're going to get repeat comments saying about, we can't do this if Dybala has injuries, yada, yada, yada. I get it. I agree. Chiesa, Dybala, Kaio Jorge now, McKennie, everybody's injured. You have a better J-Medical team than you have an actual team playing on the pitch right now. It's frustrating. You don't really want to risk it, but those are 2 big names that Juventus could go after and could get. And as long as Zaniolo's healthy, I like the idea of him. All right, let's continue on, though. Gazzetta dello Sport saying that Romagnoli is not going to sign a new deal with Milan. It's done, basically. Lazio and Juventus are the clubs are in the reach to bring him in. So that's Juventus' competition is Lazio. So we'll see if Juventus end up going after him and getting him. I can see him being a serviceable option. I don't think he's a great player. I don't think he's a really, really good player either, I'd say. There's a big step off from the likes of De Ligt, Chiellini, Bonucci down to Romagnoli. I'm not going to say anything bad. I was about to say maybe not as big of a step from Bonucci, but Bonucci, he's a world class. After the Euros, I feel like I don't think anybody should disregard what he brings to the club. So right now, Romagnoli, that's the latest update. Is right now it seems Juventus. That could be another option that Juventus goes after in the summer. We'll see if anything comes to fruition of it. Lazio and Maurizio Sarri are the ones that are also waiting in the wings. Tutto Sport here is talking about Allegri and saying that Max wants an older backup. So when it comes to that for Vlahovic, he needs another backup. Is it Mauro Icardi like some people on our channel would like? No. He's saying Allegri, and he's not that old, but he's older, but not old. Anyway, Allegri and the club want an experienced player to be the backup to Vlahovic in the summer, and players like Eric, Maxime Choupo-Moting, and hopefully I said it okay. I don't know. You know me. Hopefully, pronunciations, I'm terrible. That's if you're new to the channel. Can be an option who had the same role for PSG and Bayern. So that's another option that Juventus could go after. We'll see how this ends up developing. As you know, whenever it comes to a process like this, I don't like to go too hot with my feelings on it. Doesn't really excite me that much currently, but it's a backup role, something that could be useful for Juventus, but also until it becomes more and more concrete of a rumor, until we get more information, then I'll give my serious breakdown of it. But that's just the latest that we have right there. Now let's get into the injuries and what's going on there. La Stampa's got to talk about it, saying that Dybala, Bernardeschi, and Rugani hope to recover for next week's Coppa Italia game. So, as I think the words of our boy Julian Gianotti on our channel said, I am very happy to see that Dybala and Rugani, or Bernardeschi, actually Dybala and Rugani, I'm happy to see that their non-existent injuries are finally healed. I don't know if you can get better that quickly to come back for the Coppa Italia. I don't know. It's just frustrating. If it's a knock, I feel like you can play through it. I'm sorry. I think Dybala should have been there. I don't know what's going with Dybala. If he was seriously injured and they're just trying to cover it up so that way it doesn't look as bad for his contract situation, that's equally bad for Juventus. Either way, it's not a good look. I don't know what's going on with the players. All hands on deck at this point. If you're trying to save the season, if you're trying to make anything of the friggin' season, play the game. All right. And then finally, last little bit of injury news that we have for you guys. It's always good news here at Juventus. Is Juventus reported saying, or I guess not reported, but just told us, say that this morning, Kaio Jorge underwent surgery following a rupture of the patellar tendon of his right knee. The surgery performed by Professor Roberto Rossi in the presence of the Juventus team doctor, Dr. Marco Fressi, was a complete success. The recovery time is approximately 8 months. And that's the big story there. 8 months is how long Kaio Jorge is going to be out of commission for Juventus. And obviously, he hasn't been a key part for Juventus. Whatever. When it comes to Juventus' first squad, maybe not a big blow, right? But the big blow is to Kaio Jorge, his career, and then also his value for Juventus, right? This is the time in his career where he needs to be playing. You need to go. He needed to be loaned out, and he should have been loaned out really in January. It would have been better for him, and it would have been better for Juventus. And it's unfortunate that he's injured. That's going to put a big stall in his career, and potentially becoming. I'm trying not to laugh when I say this because that was the report. Remember, becoming the next Ronaldo or Neymar. We'll see. It's probably going to be a little bit of a stall in that career path. So we'll see if he still lives up to becoming the next Ronaldo, Neymar. And we'll see how that develops. But anyway, best of luck. Wishes to him to recover from his serious injury. And hopefully he comes back better than ever. And hopefully to see him have a good career with Juventus after that. Anyway, guys, that's all the news I have for you today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on any of these stories I talked about. Let me know all of that as well. And then, of course, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. If you want to, make sure you follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone on Twitter. And, of course, if you feel so inclined, follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter. It's in the graphic down below. We'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.